Hi everyone, my name is Erika from Erika Scroggins Jewelry, and today I'm going to show you how to make a bezel setting with this pyrite. It's a really pretty stone. It's a pretty expensive one, but I wanted to set it in silver. So I've melted down some sterling. This makes it 999 because you can get the impurities out of it by heating it to a certain temperature, and then taking a lead stick, and then you have to scrape the impurities off the top of the metal, and once you do that it purifies it. And then I have some bezel wire. This is 1/8 inch bezel wire. I'm out of wire wrapping silver, so I'm going to work some on fabricating. And then go from there. So fabricating is always something that I never really get tired of, because you can make jewelry out of pretty much anything that way. This one may be a little, I don't think it's too short. It's just enough wire to go up over the lip of the stone here. So it's got a real fine edge, and then we need to bring the metal around this curved part here so that none of the stone is covered. So what I'm going to do is just run this bezel wire around the stone, and I'll file down the edges and make sure that I have a flat, even surface to that way I can connect the joints of the bezel cup a little easier. The solder won't flow unless they're even. So I'm going to cut this right here. So I'm just going to take my calipers here and then I'll mark here. I'll just mark this right here and then cut it there. I want to make sure that I leave just a little bit of extra wire so I have enough wire to file down, so I can file it down. So I'll add about 1 millimeter of wire on. And then I'll cut it right there.
Daddy, do you have any pickles?
No, I don't think so. Hang on.
Are you getting gone?
Not yet. I gotta do my thinking first.
What?
I gotta do my thinking first.
So these edges look pretty flat, right? But whenever you cut them with even flush cutters, it leaves like a little pyramid shape, and you have to file that down with a metal file. I will probably be adding some wire wrapping onto this design, and I'll show you how to do that. We'll add it onto the bezel. So I should just have just enough room to get this on there. So I won't have very much around here, but I'll fix that. Seems to fit pretty nice to me. So you'll need a soldering block, some solder, safety instructions. Make sure you read safety instructions for anything like this, because you could possibly get hurt if you're not careful, because the metal has to be heated up to a few thousand degrees to be able to melt the solder so that the solder can flow between the metals. So just be careful. Okay, so I've got some easy solder. Now I want to use this last because they have different melting temperatures. This also extra easy. And then I have some more, but I don't know where they are. So I'll use extra easy last and then easy silver solder now. So this one is extra easy is 56% silver, and then this one is 65% silver. This is 99% silver, so it'll make up for the difference in the solder financially or whatever. So I have some special cutters for this solder. Now I have to buy a new soldering pick, so I'm going to try and put the solder on first in places that that I know that I need it at. And I'm going to use the awl. So I know I need one in this joint. I'll put that there. And then this one here. And there. I may have to put this up on a tripod if it won't melt right. So I've just sprayed this with some borax, and I'm just going to try and heat it up. And I'll just keep coating it. This also is a metal protectant, but what it does is all you need it for is to make the solder flow, right?
What are you getting on?
You can also use it to melt silver, so you can't melt silver without borax. The silver will follow wherever the heat is.
Are you on yet?
Anything creative?
When are you getting on?
Right now, I
I have to change my tank because my flame is turned all the way up and like it's not in the right spot.
Yeah.
Okay, now after this I have to put it in the pickle solution and see if my solder flowed all the way around. And if it didn't, I'll just add some extra solder in there. I just have a bowl with some Rio pickle solution in it. And I am going to check this out real quick. I do see a bit of a space right there. But I'm just going to let it clean itself, and then I'll go ahead and redo the soldering job. It is boiling, so I microwaved it on 3 minutes and then just put like a sprinkle of Rio pickle in there. So just leave it in there. There's no set time on how long to leave silver in Rio pickle, but you can leave it in there long enough for it to get all this pink stuff off of there. If it's not coming off, then you haven't gotten your water hot enough. So I'm just going to leave it sit there for a moment So if you end up with any pink spots left, you just need to run this under some hot water in the sink with a steel wire brush, and it'll come off. You can reuse this solution, this pickle solution, a few times. So I just run a steel wire brush over it. Now if you get stuck with any little copper bits like that, all you have to do is reheat it. It's like a rose gold color, I guess. It's just where I've heated the metal too hot right there is what I did. So next time I heat the metal, it should go away.
Huh? What? Are you done?
Daddy,
Yeah.
when I looked outside when I was walking to the bathroom,
Yeah.
my eyes rolled red.
You did? Huh? What do you mean? You saw red?
Yes, it was like.
How do I always do this? You're supposed to take dental floss and then put it underneath the cab before you go to press it in like that.
Daddy, you never seen me go to the grading up.
Just a second.
So I got my stones stuck in the bezel cup right now, and this piece is not finished. So I have to try and work it to get it out. So I'm not doing anything but trying to run this around the stone to see if I can get the bezel cup to loosen up.
Dad, let's bring one back to the office.
Wait, let me see. Let me find something to play real quick.
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah.
Is the bacon done? Should be. I'm probably gonna end up going to sleep because my stomach is hurting so bad. You want me to let Marvin? Yeah. I'll be here.
So I'm just going to follow the edges of this down. So you need to make sure you go around the bezel cup
Daddy, look who's on my screen.
and around the edges.
Look who's on my screen. Tell me who it is.
And then also try and get the base here.
My door barricaded.
Tell me who it is.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Tell me which one it is.
I'm going to back down.
Yes.
So all I'm going to do here is mark the widest part and the narrowest part. Which is about right here. And then I'm just going to take one of the points on here and draw in some little drippy stuff. So I've already drawn it on here, but I'm just going to make sure that it's nice and clear, so that when I go to cut it, it's not, so it won't be so hard to cut. So I'm just going to cut the half circle to shape out. Now, I learned how to cut metal from Estona Tutorials, so she's pretty good. You have to turn the metal instead of your saw. And make sure you go the full length of the blade because it distributes heat evenly. And your blades don't break half as fast. Now this one is jeweler's brass. And each time I start a new cut, I'm going to lube my blade. You can use a candlestick or cut lube or whatever. I buy mine from Eurotool, which is from Europe, or like Eurotool is from England. England? So I really like that brand. get this blade out. I may have to poke some holes and do this the complicated way, or I could just cut the square out so I can turn it a bit better. Uh-oh. Please don't break. I'm just going to go around it here and cut the square out. I end up wasting some metal over the time. There's a lot of so I'm having problems getting this. I need one of those seesaw. Well, anyways, it doesn't have this so close, and it's like a C shape instead of like a boxy C. Or D, this like a D saw or something, D-shaped saw. The one that I need for this would be the C-shaped one. I can't remember what brand it is, but I think I'll probably invest in one of those this year. It'll make my job any easier and any faster, then I will do it. Because this shit takes forever. Not in the first 5 minutes, so maybe I won't get demonetized for the S word, right? Oh, hello. Okay. I got a smaller piece of metal to work with. This should be a bit easier. To go around all these little all the little drips, because it can pass through this area here. Get it back into that spot. Always keep your blade up and down, just straight up and down. That's what Estona says anyways. Now this cut may not be perfect, but I'll be filing it, so, and it's good practice. Okay. New blade. I'm using a number 1 blade. It's like 1/0. It's for thicker metal. There are different gauges of blade. Furs. Okay, wrong blade. So I'm gonna go with a 2, I guess. Try a 2. Yeah, so 2 works a little better.
Yeah, hang on, I got a match. Huh? What? Okay, I'll get you another one. Hang on. Whoa.
So I'm just gonna file this out until like until it fits on this bezel, around the bezel thing. This is a half round file and it has teeth in both directions, so I can go both up and down. Whereas with the other file I can't. Although I don't want these points too pronounced. I'm just gonna... I'm going to turn the camera off and just finish up the filing to save space. So I have like a whole set of these little needle files. So I'm going to use these just to go around all these drips and make sure that they look nice and clean. And give them a little bit more detail, if I can help it. So with areas like this, I'll probably use my Dremel if I can't get it to work right. I'm going to use the flat side of this half round needle file and just go the rest of the way around. And then I'll use my Dremel bits to get the rest of the areas. Okay, at least.
This off. Wait, what channel are you on? Oh my goodness,
That's why I
Dad.
didn't play earlier because I was. We wouldn't have been. You don't need to go get Geraldine or what? What's this? Oh, one hair. This is big. One hair. This is right across the sleep now.
So I'm just melting some gold here. Scrap gold. I'm running out of fluid here, but I should be able to get most of this melted, at least. Gold is way more heat conductive than silver is, evidently. Pretty cool. So I'm just going to keep using this torch until all the fluid's gone. John? John? Can you reach in this other torch up here? All that is basically borax, but it also has something in there that keeps metal from tarnishing. So maybe that'll help to keep this from turning pink. Like when I shock it, like when it starts to cool off. If you don't shock gold in a specific solution, then it'll turn pink. But if you use the Rio stuff, like I'll put a link in the bottom. I can't remember what it's called, but it has like this protective stuff in it that when it mixes with the metal, it causes it not to tarnish too bad, at least. Can you see that torch right there? Because I'm running out of my MAP gas fluid here. And I just need to get this. Maybe just don't have no fluid either. You have to let the old air out before you fill that up. Has the protective stuff in it. So I'm going to give this one a shot. I've got an extra torch. I may have to set it up on a tripod to get it to melt all the way.
Daddy,
Up here.
I was here, buddy. Dad, help.
Got him.
Daddy,
What?
you guys going for me?
I'll be back when this is melted. So I'm just filing this down. So whenever I heated it up, I'm too chicken to drop it in the alcohol solution, because right before you drop it in, it can combust. So it's the fumes that are flammable of the solution that you need to cool gold in. And if you don't completely cool gold in this solution, it can turn it pink. So it's going to look like a rose gold in certain areas, and then the other areas it didn't get all the way hot in, it'll be the yellow gold. And as I file, it'll get closer down to the yellow gold. So I'm just going to file it into an oval shape, and then I'll go from there. Okay. So while I have a little bit of me time in between, and they're doing video games right now, so Gina's occupied, I'm going to work a little bit. So please excuse the background noise. So I'm going to start with some 65% sheet solder, which is easy. It's got a little bit more silver in it than the... So I'm just going to place some solder in a few places here, just so I can get these pieces to stick. So I'm just going to finish soldering all these pieces on, and then I'll get the bail put on. We'll do the bail, and then we'll be set. And then I can set the stone. So I cleaned it off, and then I'm just trying to redo it to make sure that the solder is flowing in between both of the back plates. And I'll just apply some heat. And then I'll put it in the pickle and then finish it up. So I'm using a 1000 grit rotary disc to polish this and get the pink and stuff off. Yeah, I got it on backwards. So I'm not sure how I did it, but whenever I turned the the gold that I melted, it kind of where I didn't put it into a alcohol. It's like a type of barber alcohol that they clean like barber's equipment with. You have to drop this into it, and it's like highly flammable. But where I didn't, it turns yellow gold from one direction, and when it's in the sun, it's yellow gold, and then whenever it's in the dark, it's like rose gold. So I don't even know how I did that, but I did. So I thought that was pretty cool. So first, the first colors of these wheels are for like removing excess solder and stuff. But I like mine to look handmade, so that's the whole point of not using like a manufacturing process to make them. So there's like only one of each one right now. Like I don't mass produce them. It takes too long to make them. Some of them, like I have some really easy designs, like the earrings, and then let's see here, the pin, and then a couple of my rings. So those are pretty easy to mass produce. just going to pick which way I want the stone to sit. Do like that. And then I'll make sure that it goes all the way down in there. And then I just want to use this rocker to rock the bezel down onto the stone. This is a 40 karat Petersite, or Petersite, however you want to say it. It's worth $10,000. Even I feel weird saying that, but it is. It's hard to believe that that a gemstone could be worth lots of money like that, but it is. It's a natural stone. Okay, so now all it needs is a chain. I'm going to go around it a few more times with this just to make sure that the bezel is set up against the stone really nice and firm and snug, because you don't want the stone falling out while you're wearing it.
Grab another shoe. Grab shoe, please. I need your help.
Okay. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed making this with me. Let's see if I can get the macro lens to work. Thank you guys for making this with me. If you enjoyed yourself, please like and subscribe, and Have an amazing week.